The deep is a place defined by its distance from anything else. If you go far out enough into the universe, you'll surely find some journey. But if the stars are not for you, then you could try under your feet, in the farthest reaches of your own planet's caverns and seas. Whichever way you go, in whatever means you travel, if you go far enough, unshackle yourself from your world, you find yourself here. It's not lifeless here by any means. Life is just more sparse. When I was younger, I preferred it that way. I had my family, I had my magical practice. There wasn't much point in worrying about anything else. In fact, when I discovered your world, as many do, beacon of light that it is, I hardly noticed the people. What I first noticed was stories. Stories of love, adventure, connection. Wanting to be something more than just yourself. And before I knew it, the world around me suddenly seemed a bit more empty. So I got to work on a ritual, something more complex than I had ever done before. Making a connection in the best way I know how. I'm going to open the portal just a little wider. So, I should probably introduce myself. Did it work? It worked. Hello. Let's see. Well, I would say do not be alarmed, but this is the internet. I'm sure you've seen weirder stuff. So, I suppose I should start with a traditional greeting. What's up, gamers? Mortals from beyond the endless sea and sky, welcome to the deep. We come together below this lovely new moon to spark a new beginning. A formation of a coven. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I'll be honest with you, I only have some of the answers. I mean, you guys all live on Earth, but only some of you become geologists or biologists. I'm not exactly an expert in most fields. But I suppose to begin, I'll show you exactly what I am. Let's take a little step back. Hello. Let's see. You guys can all see. Hello. It's me. If you're watching this broadcast, it means I've created a connection compatible with your worldwide networks, which is awesome because I've done this spiel 27 times before on completely incorrect frequencies. The good news is that during that 27 times, I've learned not to just start rambling at my screen without a care in the world. So, I've prepared a little introduction in my grimoire to explain who I am. So, let me go get that out, and we can begin properly. Let's see. Do I have these set up correctly? One moment. I'm gonna bring you into BRB super fast. Whoops. Oh no! Oh no! It's all scuffed! Okay, I could cut that in post. Sorry. I didn't realize I hadn't prepared that. But, this sort of thing is really in vogue with otherworldly travelers. So we'll get into a little intro of who I am and what I'm here to do. So let me just open this on up. So I guess to begin, I'm Loon. I'm a witch of the Eternal Void.
I don't really have another name for what I am, like you humans do. A witch is the only thing I've ever really called myself. But I've detailed some things about myself here. Some of my stranger features is you may have some questions about them. The eye on my chest might always be open, but I've been told I have some issues with perception. And this up here on my head, oh, it's not hair, it's a lure. You know, it glows in the dark. You've not lived, by the way, until you've had void sushi. And sushi, as you know, is best fresh. As for my name, it actually comes from one of you human names for the Earth's moon. And I just took it because of the marvel your moon is, both in a magical and a scientific sense. I mean, it's a celestial body whose magnetic pull affects your tides, and it's said to cause behavioral differences in animals. And before we even get into magical practice, that's nuts. So, I guess, yeah. All of that aside, you might be wondering why I'm speaking to you right now in the first place. What I'm setting out to do. Do I come in peace? So we'll start with what my goals are. So as you may have heard in my intro, my first and greatest goal is to form and strengthen connections. See, I live a somewhat isolated life, as you may have presumed. And I want to meet new people, and I want to bond with those I've grown close to by sharing new stories and experiences. I think it's a way that I can strengthen my connections regardless of distance. Also, Little Mermaid style, I want to be part of your world. I want to learn new things about your world, new languages, facts about different places. I love history. And I'm really happy to learn about different places that you might come from. So if you ever have stories or fun facts you want to share, I will be super, super hyped to learn. Oh my god, there's a thing on the side. Ah! Sorry. But it'll be interesting to see how different places compare to the place that my portal to Earth opened up. I'm also really excited, as I said before, to explore worlds of fiction with you all. I feel it's a very unique method of connection, so I want to try genres that I've never played before. I'm even planning to go VR to host meetups and parties, so I can meet you guys in person, so to speak. As for what I can provide, I'm familiar with a number of different forms of divination, such as tarot. I'm hoping to someday implement those into streams as rewards, or even have, dedicated chatting streams for doing readings. A small fact I'd like to share about myself is that I am extremely sound sensitive. I really like music, and as you can see, with the help of my wonderful composer Multi, I've begun relearning to sing after a very long hiatus. Someday I might also try out ASMR. It's a delight to the senses for me, so getting to learn the process of how it's made and how it's done would be very, very cool for me. And I guess before I continue on and talk more about what we're going to be doing, I think I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank some of the people who made this connection with you all possible. Let's see. First and foremost, the one who helped me with my ritual in the first place, the one who made connecting to you all possible, is the incredible Briar Young. I owe all of this to them. Everything you've seen so far, the intro video, the backgrounds, the model itself, is thanks to them. So, Briar, you're amazing. Multi is my amazing music composer, as I mentioned earlier. She does the best work. If you're ever looking for a custom song for your VTubing experience, or for a game or a video, she's the one to go to. Rai has helped me with one of my emotes, and has also helped me with a few props, such as, let me Let me pull something up. Hold on. I have to move myself to the side a little bit for this, just for some movie magic. I'm gonna zoop away a moment. Let's see. Where did I put it? Let's see. Aha! Here we are. I will pop back on up. Oh, whoops, the bar is still there. Aha! What is a witch without a cool witch hat, after all? So thank you so much, Tarai, for helping me out with that. And last but not least is the wonderful Mr. Zix. He helped me out when I was just starting out, with my logo design and streaming setup. Without this particular human, I wouldn't have the courage to stand before you today. So, we collab every Tuesday, and I have a plan to keep that up for as long as I possibly can. He is my very best friend. Let's see, what else do we have here for you today? Oh, I also have a number of wonderful family members, living with me, and a lot of them you'll get to meet as time goes by. Too many to go over in this debut if I intend to keep any semblance of focus. But I should mention the one that is closest to my heart, Mr. Ash. The boy. The lad. Oh, he's so good. My lovely familiar. You might hear him meowing now and again during stream. He comes and goes as he pleases, otherwise I would get a cat cam. But if you like cat pictures, our Discord is chock full of pictures of Ash. He is such a sweet boy. He's always on the move. He's just the best. There are a few other members of my family that you will definitely meet. But the one that you're most likely to see around is a certain crawdad with a spiny attitude. I wouldn't necessarily call him shellfish, though, but these are the jokes, people. Moving on. But yeah. I guess to continue on, I have some general housekeeping that I wanted to do. There's a common saying among cosplayers and businessmen: dress for the job you want. So I'm setting up a few social media tags. Things that people can use on Twitter or whatever they wish. Instagram if you prefer. Whatever you like. To share any fan works or clips or anything like that. Lunacies will be for clips, live tweets, general opinions or conversations that you'd like to have with me. Any requests or anything, I am happy to take there. Lewn-atic, I thought would be a cute name for like a fan art tag. And for fan art, cultured fan art, a separate tag, lewnatic. I know a lot of other VTubers have a fan name, and I have to be honest, I thought about it a long time, and I really wanted to come up with a cool, like, we're gonna be the coven of something, yeah. But I couldn't think of a very fitting name, and I think part of that was because I want to get input from you guys as a community. I want to get your thoughts and the vibe of what this coven is before I give it a name. So for now, we're just gonna call it the Coven. And over time, we will discuss giving it a full official name. Something that is kind of trendy on Twitter is the Oshi mark, an emoji that like people have to that people can mark themselves as a big fan of a VTuber with. If I were to have one of those, it would definitely be the new moon. Tonight is a new moon, actually, and the new moon celebrates the beauty of the planning phase and the work that goes on unseen behind the scenes. It's the importance of setting intentions and never being afraid to dream of where you'll go next. And that's something that I hope this coven will carry with great importance. I hope there will be many new beginnings that we all share together. So that's most of the official stuff I wanted to do. But I do have one little treat that I am preparing for. Before I turn things to the after party to speak more directly to you, I would like to cap this off by doing a tarot reading. Let me scooch myself to the side a little bit. There we go. So here I have a tarot spread. I didn't want to do, because I wanted to do this live, I don't have art for the cards. Because that would be nuts, to do. But I have created a custom spread that we're going to be using. So we're going to start, and if you would like to do this reading yourself, with your own decks, I will tell you kind of how to play along. The bottom 2 points of the star are going to be things about the future, things that are external. The first will be things that we have to look forward to together in the coming year. Things that we can look forward to experiencing. Second are challenges that we may have to overcome. The third and fourth points higher up on the star are going to be more internal things. The third being how can we strengthen our bonds together, and grow stronger as a community. And the fourth is more personal, is how you can strengthen yourself as an individual. Because I think it's important to have a balance between the two. It's things that you care about for others and things that you care about for yourself. And the fifth is going to be a little bit more eclectic and open. Being the last card in the spread, I want it to kind of be a general trajectory of our destiny moving forward. Just like something the deck has to tell us, to send us on our way. So I'm going to shuffle my cards a little bit. You might have heard me moving them around a little bit as I explained. I'm going to give it one more good shuffle, and then we are going to begin the reading. Let's see. Whew. If there's going to be any scuff, I hope it's not here. Now, I don't know all of these cards completely by heart. I know a lot of them by heart, but not all of them. So we are going to have a little guide in case I get lost, but I think we will be okay. Let's see. Okay. So, ooh, this is an interesting reading already. We have a lot of wands. Ooh, I wonder what that means. Okay. So, the first card that we have drawn, for things we have to look forward to in the coming year, we've got a lot of wands, is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is being focused on a goal and like pointing our way towards success, which is really, really very, very sweet to be getting in this position. That, you know, we've got resolve, we've got a journey in front of us, it's gonna be big and it's gonna be exciting, But this card says, we're on our way. We've started on the path, and we've started dedicating our energy in the right places. So that's really cool. Challenges we'll have to overcome is also a Wands card. This is the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is also a journey of success, but it is specifically about freedom. So if any of you feel currently like you're in a position where you are trapped in some way, or that you're compromising in where you are, moving forward, we are going to do our best to seek freedom, to seek independence, and to live a life that we want to live. I think that is going to be, as this position dictates, a very big challenge. And it's not going to necessarily be a quick or easy journey. But I think that this card is correct in that it is a very important challenge for us to undertake. And I hope that I will be able to help you guys on that journey together in some way or form. The next card is actually the one directly after it, is the Seven of Wands, for how we can strengthen our bonds together. And the Seven of Wands is about standing up for what you believe in. That there will be times when it will feel like we have to conform to a group, and ultimately, when there is only one streamer, we are going to have to agree on things sometimes. But I do think that it is important as a community for us to bear in mind that there are going to be a lot of people from a lot of different experiences, and I want everybody to feel that they can share their lived experiences and feel that this is a place where they can believe what they believe. I think that having that respect for that and having the courage to say what we feel is going to really help us grow closer together and feel like a real community rather than, I don't know, something more disjointed. This next card, when I said I wonder what that means, I actually was talking about this card with some friends earlier today. It's normally the scariest card that you can pull in a deck, but I have a very I have a connection with it that has helped me have peace with it. For how we can strengthen ourselves individually, I pulled the Tower. Now, the Tower ordinarily is a card that dictates that there is going to be a painful change. There's going to be a loss. It's going to be hard. And that can be a card that when you first pull it, you're like, oh my god, things are going to go bad. This is terrible. Oh my god. But I find that is not the case. There are a lot of cards about change in the tarot. Death is the first one that comes to mind. Now, when you hear the Death card, you think, oh god, terrifying, I'm going to die. No, the Death card symbolizes just some kind of metamorphosis in your life. And now the Death card usually is pretty straightforward. A new job can be a change. Getting married can be a change. Those can be really exciting changes in your life that you're very optimistic for. But they're not necessarily always something that you feel like you have to sacrifice for. The Tower is a more specific kind of change. The Tower is reminding us that even after a forest fire that razes everything to the ground, after the rains come, after the ashes settle, something new and beautiful is going to grow there. The Tower says that there are going to be things that over time we may have to give up. But it's because we need to move into a place where we can accept what is supposed to be in its place. So this is a really heavy card to get, but I think it's also a really good one for doing an independent reading for so many people. Because I think something that unites all of us is that we've lost things, and that we will lose things, and that we will go through painful change. But I think that doing this in a reading where I'm hoping to learn things about us as a community, I want to put forward that mourning and having a community during that mourning is a part and step in that change. I hope that I can provide support and comfort to people, and I hope that we can feel welcome to seek help from each other here. And I hope that the changes that you're going through, that you're going through so much to find, I hope that what grows on the other end is something that makes you happier than you could have ever imagined possible. I think that for something that you go through something so dramatic for, it's only fitting that the things that come after will truly surprise you just as much. Well, that took a while to, it took a bit to get through that card. I'm sorry. But it's a major arcana card, which I tend to like to give a little bit of extra love, because I think they're very powerful cards that have something really important to say. Last but not least, for a more general idea of moving forward, I've pulled the Son of Swords, or the Knight of Swords. This deck uses family names rather than nobility names. I have a bunch of different decks. I'll introduce you to them all over time. But so I actually feel a little bit roasted by this, because I feel like it's coming for me a little bit. So we've had a lot of cards about determination and forging the way forward. The Son of Swords is kind of going with that trend. It's forceful, it's determined, it's somebody who is charging into battle, and it's also somebody who's seeking approval a lot, usually from a mentor or from others around them. And being a streamer, I have to admit, I feel a smidgen roasted by that. Because, yeah, I do hope that I can make you guys happy. And I hope that I can, like, create something that you guys really love. And that is something that drives my determination a lot. There's a video essay I watched. I'm gonna out myself as a big old nerd right in my debut. That asks the question, why do you make things? And then why do you really make things? And asking you to kind of look into the parts of yourself that are creating things for noble reasons, and the parts of you that are making things for selfish reasons. And that those are both equally parts of yourself. And I do want to make things that people like, and I do want to make things that will prove myself in a way, I guess. So I guess it's telling me to maybe acknowledge that selfish half and that desire as well, but not necessarily to stop. It's a forging ahead card, you know. I think that we can look at both of those parts of ourselves and be honest moving forward, and still create something beautiful. So that is our reading altogether. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit at a loss as to where to go from here. I guess thank you guys so much for coming to meet me on this side of the portal. I'm sincerely looking forward to the coming years. I'm gonna step away for a little bit, and when I return, we can cut loose a little bit. I can respond to chat messages, and we can have ourselves a little party. Yeah. We did it, guys! We did it! So I will be right back, and then we can party.